The big demon man at the beginning of Thor Ragnarok is
Yeah.
Clancy Brown.
Who's that?
Clancy Brown is the voice of Mr. Krabs.
Oh, okay.
He's also a good actor. He was in Daredevil.
Hello, boyos. Welcome to the Spoiler Cast via Lonercast Network. I don't. We watched Thor Ragnarok, and we're going to talk about it.
Yes,
this is just a small segment of a piece that we've been going on for like 6 months now, where we watch all of the MCU movies and we rank them all based on how we fucking felt about the movie at the time that we watched it.
That's right.
We're putting it in a big MCU list, and we'll update the list anytime a new movie comes out. Figured we would start over and watch them and get, just watch them.
Yeah, we just watched them again. We rated them.
We rate them. Figured we'd come on here, talk about it. My name's Nick, by the way. Jake's over there also. And we're going to talk about Thor Ragnarok and what we thought about it. Jake, this is your favorite film ever in the whole world, is it not?
I don't think it's my favorite MCU movie. I'm going to get to it in the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll explain why it's not my favorite. But goddamn, is it a perfect movie, my boy?
See,
this movie is my goddamn comfort food. This is a fun movie to watch. It's hilarious. It's kind of self-isolated from the rest of the MCU. With, connections. It connects to the other Thor movies while also making fun of the previous Thor movies. There's some really fun action beats in there. I love all the characters. It's just a good time. It's like a fun roller coaster that I never want to get off of.
Yeah, I like this movie. I like this movie a lot, and I want to be hypercritical of it because I know you like this movie a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, this son of a bitch can't win every time. But it is a really good movie. However, I do have a couple complaints with this movie.
Yeah.
And that is most of the main plot with Hela and all that.
Sure.
I'm like, I didn't think she acted. I don't know who the actress is, but I didn't think she acted the part very well. And the fight scene with her where she's fighting all Asgardians is really,
I do disagree with you here.
Really horrible looking. It looks so bad. It's Star Wars prequel level CGI bad. The movements in it are just, they're not good.
Okay.
But I have to say, I don't like the look of Asgard at all. And I'm really glad they're not in Asgard anymore. They destroyed it, because any movie that they went to Asgard, I just lost a lot of interest, because the design of it and just the kind of like cheesy CG of it, it's not for me. I did not. I'm usually one who's like, I love location bait. Like, if you're moving locations, I love that. This movie, the Asgard is not a location that I feel that about in the Marvel universe. It doesn't do it for me. It's a little too cheesy. Like, you got the Rainbow Road, you just got the waterfall that falls out. I don't know what it is. I think I turned to you in the movie at one point. I'm like, so is this a planet? And you're like, no, I think it's just it's
a thing.
And I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. Just sure.
I agree with you. I think Asgard is stupid and always has been, and I think Taika Waititi was like fully aware of that, because he makes it look cheesy, like straight up when they're like doing the play and it's Odin.
Oh yeah,
like that. Yeah. That shit was hilarious when he walks up. Odin's little oh shit is so funny, and then it's just Matt Damon and the guy
Anthony Hopkins is just like, oh shit.
The guy who plays Loki is Matt Damon, and the guy who plays Thor is fucking Chris Hemsworth's brother, Liam Hemsworth.
Shit.
That is Liam Hemsworth. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
And yeah, I love that scene. And I agree. Like, I think all the stuff with Hela is the worst part of this movie. Mm-hmm. But that being said, I still like Hela. I think Hela's cool as hell. It's Cate Blanchett, by the way, and I think she's great in the role. I think this scene maybe could have been better where she's killing all those people, but I think it does a good job of like showing you that she's a badass, especially when she ends it by like shooting the dude through the chest. And I remember I was like, can they just do that in an MCU movie? Are they just allowed to do that?
They're aliens. They're not real people. They can brutalize them. They can cut their heads off on screen. But if they're humans, they can't. No way.
Yeah, but definitely where this movie shines is when they're in Sakaar. And
absolutely.
The whole, like, I love the look of that planet where it's like this trash planet, but it's very colorful and like stupid. I also like, this is a scene I should not like, but I fucking love it because it was just like Taika Waititi's like, this is so dumb. Like the scene when he's going down the hallway and just the fucking Willy Wonka music.
The Willy Wonka song, yeah. In a world of pure imagination.
And Taika Waititi's like, we just need exposition here about the Grand Master. What if we just...
What if it's just a hall of memories?
He took exactly what you complained about in the last movie with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where they're walking down the hallway, and just made fun of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You have to do it that way. You can't just be like, and this is this, and this is this. It's not like that's so museum like. Whereas this, it's like, let's take something and just fucking make it. We'll just throw it and see what happens. We'll throw fucking Willy Wonka in there. And then we'll end it with a really funny thing where he's like, "You're about to meet the Grand Master," and Thor just. And that's it. And it takes like 3 minutes total from him sitting in the chair to him meeting the Grand Master. It's like 3 minutes, and it's like, that's actually, they don't drag it on for too long. And I think that scene is well done for it being
and then it introduces you to one of the best characters in the MCU, which is 100%. Jeff Goldblum just being Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, the Grand Master is just Jeff Goldblum himself. Like, they don't say his name ever. But it's just Jeff Goldblum in the MCU, I'm sure.
He's just like, you're pardoned from life.
From life.
And then my favorite moment with Jeff Goldblum is when he's DJing and he's like, time doesn't work the same here, a million years. In any other world, I'd be a million years old. But here I'm... And then he just stops talking.
Yeah,
it's so good, man. It's so good, and only Taika Waititi can like pull this shit off. The dude's got like such a wicked sense of humor, but like on top of a wicked sense of humor, he's also just like a really good filmmaker. Because you see it in some of the shots. Like there's some wide shots of like when Thor and Loki are walking together. There's some really good shots of them, like where Thor's up in the front, like Loki's, like there's just some really good shots in this movie that I like a lot. And some of the action, the action scene with Hela is not that great, but like the fight scene between Thor and Hulk is fucking legit, dude.
It's so good.
It's awesome. Yeah. Like, and the last scene is awesome when they're fighting on the bridge, and the opening scene, the immigrant song, like it's perfect. Yeah. I love that shit.
I love the dragon that just has, instead of wings, it's just fucking flames. It's like a fucking jetpack. It's just like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Aesthetically, this movie looks so good when they're not in Asgard.
Yeah.
Like everywhere else, this movie looks fantastic. Like wherever he's in, like hell or whatever, in the opening scene, and he's like on the chain spinning around. It's like Thor in the first two films, I felt like was more of like a rom-com sort of character.
Yeah.
And in this movie, he's more of like just the lead. He's like a lead man comedy, and it's just like, this is good. Like, he's actually funny. He can deliver his lines. Whereas in the other two, it's like, he's the quirky, dateable guy. And you're like, okay, I don't buy it. And this movie is just like, this is who Thor should be, because he can play it really well.
Well, and I also think they're playing into, because I think the first two ones, like, were way too serious and like melodramatic. And I think
Mhm.
Taika Waititi got his hands on it, and he's like, the context of this is so stupid. Like he's a fucking god, and he's from Asgard, and he needs to kill a dragon, and like the Hulk is like, it's such a stupid premise, and he
Mhm.
acknowledges it. Like this shit is so dumb, and we're just gonna have a good time and have fun with it. And I don't think this movie would have ever happened if the first two Thor movies didn't happen, because I think the first two Thors were so bad, it's so poorly received, didn't do well at the box office. So Kevin Feige was like, let's just fucking
Let's just throw something out
yeah,
there.
just do what you want. Taika Waititi's on the rise, like he's an upcoming comedic guy. Let's let him do it. And now he's, one of the most loved directors on the scene right now with
Yeah.
with like Jojo Rabbit and stuff. Like, yeah.
Is he doing Thor God and Love and Thunder
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well?
yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be fucking
Yeah.
great. That's gonna be really
You
good.
see the poster for that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, dude, I gotta send you that poster.
Um, yeah, I like this movie. I don't know what else there is to say about it. It's a good movie. Like I saw it, I told you about this last time. I saw it one time and I had like a panic attack at the end of it. So I didn't get like the whole experience of it. So watching it again, it's just like, yeah, this is funny. This is really funny. And freaking Korg, that's his name, right? Korg.
Yeah, Korg.
Taika Waititi, played by Taika Waititi. Uh, he's so good
We're
at
losing you,
just.
Nick. We're losing you.
Damn it, dude. Talk about it. Talk about it. And all that shit. Was
We've lost Nick.
I don't know why.
We need to send some copper over to Nick's house. That's how that works, right?
That's how it worked.
just copper up his house.
Oh, there it is. Oh, dude. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
This looks fucking sick, bro.
That poster, yeah.
This poster looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty thrilled with that poster.
Freaking it
Korg,
like
just like you waving.
it's just waving. Looks like
Valkyrie
he's
in the
got a gun and he's
background.
waving. Freaking she Thor, I forget her name.
Jane Foster.
Jane Foster.
I did like that in this movie where they're just like, "Hey, sorry about Jane." It's just like they're
And that
not
was
gonna.
it.
Yeah,
And that was it. I loved it. It didn't need anything else. It was
Yeah.
just,
and now we're getting her back
hey,
in the next one.
yeah. Did I just? I know I'm still here. Why
You
can't
just
I?
popped up in quality. You look great.
Oh, perfect. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, great. I, dude, they're just like turning it off and turning it back on again.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's- Nick's doing
Like,
podcasts. Let's fuck him up.
let's fuck with them. Yeah.
No, yeah,
it's-
Korg though is hilarious. I love Korg so much.
Mhm.
He's hilarious, and I love Meek when they enter in
Meek?
the thing when he's like, "Hey man, I'm the big pile of rocks talking to you. You don't have to be scared unless you're scissors."
Unless you're scissors and Meek Scott looks like
Yeah.
fucking scissors.
That's just a
I
little rock
wonder
paper
what that-
scissors joke for you.
I wonder what kind of relationship those two have because I swear when I watched it the first time I thought Meek died.
Oh,
in
because
that battle. But then he's like, "Oh yeah, Meek's dead," and it's like, "Oh what? No shit!" And then it like fucking comes back to life. He's
Oh,
like,
he's
"Oh no, he's
alive."
okay. He's all right. He's
No,
all right."
he's in Endgame. Remember in Endgame? He's the one he's playing New Master. He's New Master 69, and it's him and Meek on the couch. Korg and Meek on the couch in Endgame. And they're like, "Thor, he's doing it again." Is Nick just frozen here? Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Like I said, they're turning me off and turning me back on again.
You
is
froze
the
with
worst.
such a like nice photo though.
Nice
It
quality.
was like
Yeah,
really
well,
nice quality
now I'm back, I guess.
for now.
For now, oh, here it goes again. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Korg is such a good character. Valkyrie is such a good character. But
Yeah, I like Valkyrie. Yeah,
the best character is by far Grandmaster,
yeah.
100%. And I wish that this movie utilized him a little bit more. Um, because like if they didn't even do anything with Hela, I would have been fine with that. If it was just like some goofy antics and he got to what is this um planet called again? Remember what the planet was called?
Sakaar.
Sakaar. If he just got to Sakaar because, I don't know, the guy who was supposed to be taken over for Heimdall, like, just forgot that somebody was coming through and just, turned off the portal or something, and he just got trapped there, not because of Hela or anything. It was just like he just got trapped there and now he needs to leave. I think it would have been so much better if they didn't have to keep cutting back to Asgard and Hela, and it was just like, how is he going to get off of here? And did a little bit more backstory than of Sakaar, rather than just going, it's this kind of a place and now we're leaving, you know. Um, but I guess that kind of goes to show that this movie's really good, and the time that you have, it doesn't feel like you have enough time in the movie, but it's like a 2 hour movie, 2.5 hour movie, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
So uh oh, that's 2 hours and 10 minutes. So it just needs more time. It needs more time. Fucking Loki is great in it as well. um yeah.
Should we
Anything
should we
else?
do some fun facts?
Yeah, let's do some fun facts.
Got some fun
uh
facts. I
I
got
got some
one.
fun
I
facts.
got one
You
here.
got one? Do it. Go for it.
Before he was even hired to direct the movie, Waititi made a sizzle reel for Marvel execs, a collection of short clips from other films that were meant to show his vision. He set that reel to Led Zeppelin's "The Immigrant Song," and it must have worked because Waititi ended up getting the job. So that's fun.
Nice.
It's
That
fun.
is nice. At around 54 minutes, Thor's friend from work line about the Incredible Hulk was suggested to Chris Hemsworth by a Make-A-Wish child who visited the set on the day the scene was filmed. It's cute.
Because it was such a perfect fit, Marvel would end up using the Immigrant Song in both the trailer for Ragnarok and the movie itself, but the rights didn't come cheap. Led Zeppelin is notoriously selective when allowing their songs to be licensed, and even if they allow one to be used, the rights are reportedly as high as 7 figures.
Holy
Uh,
shit.
I also read a thing where initially they were going to use the original Immigrant Song at the beginning of the movie, when he's fighting the dragon, and then at the end they were going to do like an orchestral version of the Immigrant Song, but Led Zeppelin was like, no, you can't do that. So then they didn't do that. So
Man,
still worked though. It was fine.
I hate the music industry. I just have to say that. The music industry is so
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
And I'd hate it. Um Waititi said in an interview with MTV News, quote, "I would say we improvised probably 80% of the film or ad-libbed and threw stuff in."
I believe it. I believe it. Especially the
I
stuff with uh Jeff Goldblum. Like all that stuff
mm,
just seems improvised. Like they're just like, figure it out.
melt his melt stick. Yeah, that's definitely not written down anywhere, I'm
But then
sure.
at the end, they're still like calling it the melt stick.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
the score for the movie was done by Mark Mothersbaugh, who is the lead singer of the band Devo, who did the song "Whip It." Who
no
has done
way.
other movie scores like the Lego Movie, 21 Jump Street, The Life Aquatic, and I also know this because I'm just such a massive fan. He did the opening theme to Rugrats.
Oh. All right, we're gonna get fucking flagged. Um, Sir Anthony Hopkins had decided against returning as Odin, but upon reading the story, he changed his mind. Probably because he dies in it, and he's like, "All right, I guess I can do one more."
Yeah.
Director Taika Waititi based Korg's character on a Polynesian bouncer We wanted to change the idea of what a hulking guy made of rocks could be. He's huge and heavy, but with a light soul, and he's funny and friendly.
Yeah.
Fucking nailed it.
More than 2,500 original costumes had to be created for the movie.
Oh, I believe it. All of those fucking like scavengers and everybody on the set and stuff like that. For sure. And then all of the guys in like Asgardian armor too. I'm sure it took a minute. Um, Before the sets created for Marvel's Doctor Strange were demolished, director Waititi took advantage of them by writing and filming a scene for this movie featuring Thor meeting Doctor Stephen Strange. Marvel and Doctor Strange director Scott Derrickson, sorry,
yeah.
felt the scene was kind of perfect to show Strange joining the wider Marvel Cinematic Universe after his standalone introduction in that movie. So the scene appeared during the end credits of Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Thor Ragnarok is considered the third Marvel space movie after the first two Guardians of the Galaxy, but it wasn't for the first trip to space for four of the actors. This is just a fun fact for you. Idris Elba, Carl Urban, who I love in this movie, by the way. Carl Urban fucking kills it in this movie.
Carl Urban?
He was the dude with the shake weight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's the guy from The Boys. Idris Elba, Carl Urban, Chris Hemsworth, and Benedict Cumberbatch were all in the most recent Star Trek movies. So there you go. That's just a fun fact for you.
That's weird. That is a fun fact.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. This marks the first time in Marvel's Cinematic Universe that the Incredible Hulk was not voiced by Lou Ferrigno, but by Mark Ruffalo. Ferrigno voiced Hulk in The Incredible Hulk 2008, The Avengers 2012, and Age of Ultron 2015. That's kind of cool. Lou Ferrigno's been doing it for a long time.
It works really well. I understand why they did that too. Probably because they wanted Mark Ruffalo to like improv with everyone. So I'm sure like he was on the set and they were and he was wearing like a green screen suit and they're like, just go do some crazy shit. The voice sounds a little weird sometimes. It sounds like pitch corrected sometimes.
Yeah.
But I still liked it. I thought it was very funny. I like the relationship between Thor and Hulk. I think they're really funny. And then like him and Bruce Banner is also very funny. And he's like, oh no, I prefer you. Right after telling Hulk, he's like, no, Bruce is all
Bruce
all
sucks.
books.
He's all numbers and books and science and stuff.
Yeah. Thor like tiny fire.
Smoldering.
Hulk like big fire. Thor like flowing water. When the first trailer for Thor Ragnarok dropped, probably the funniest line is when Thor sees Hulk and says, "He's a friend from work." That line was actually thought up by a kid who was on the set for the day as part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Did you just read that? I'm so sorry.
This is literally the first one.
I'm so sorry.
This is literally the first one. You piece of shit.
I'm so sorry. I'm just reading things over here, man.
The Grand Master's Tower features statues of his champions, notable figures from Marvel's comics. The alien being a Beta Ray Bill, top left, the supernatural entity Man-Thing, top center, and the Greek god Ares, top right. The android monster, the Bi-Beast, bottom right, the alien Fin Fan Foom, bottom center, and the Nightcrawler, bottom left. Note that the Nightcrawler is not to be confused with Nightcrawler from the X-Men storyline.
That's cool.
Bi-Beast is a pretty good one. He's the guy with the two heads stacked on top of each other. I thought that was...
It would be cool if we got like more movies like that of Thor, like
of just the weird fucking creatures.
That's another thing I really like about this movie that I think is really wasted potential throughout the rest of the MCU. This is the first movie where I feel like they did Hulk right, and we got to see like, Bruce and Hulk are like fighting it out to like see who's in control, and like that's kind of fun and like kind of interesting, and they totally fumble it later on. Like they never really explain. I mean, we'll get to that when we get there, but like they never,
because he becomes Professor Hulk.
But they
and he's
never
like, how?
Yeah,
Ow.
they
Yeah.
never even like express that that's a possibility or like that they've come a long way or whatever. It's just like in the next movie, Hulk doesn't want to be Hulk anymore, and
And
then
then yeah.
they're yeah. So it's just super weird. Here's a fun one for you, Nick. According to Waititi, 80% of the movie's dialogue was improvised. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Oh, wow.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
That's pretty much all I've got. Oh, here's one. I don't know what this one is, but on Earth, Thor disguises his hammer at Mjolnir as an umbrella. In the comics, whenever Thor took on the mortal form of Dr. Donald Blake, he disguised Mjolnir as a walking stick.
Yeah.
However, an umbrella is more suitable disguised for a god of thunder.
Yeah, that is a thing from the original comics. Like originally Thor was like the rest of the superheroes where they had like secret identities, but they really ditched that later on.
Yeah.
Because why
Yeah.
give Thor a secret identity? Stupid.
Yeah, he's fucking Thor. You know.
Cares.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
You
And
got any more?
this is another fun fact. A lot of the reason that the movie is 80s theme, both Taika both said that this movie was heavily inspired by what was the movie? Like Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay.
It's heavily influenced by that, but also it was heavily influenced by Jack Kirby, who was like the creator of like Thor and Hulk and stuff. And which is very like, and a lot of his stuff like World War Hulk and all that stuff was like 80s, I guess. So he wanted it to be pretty 80s centric because of that.
That makes sense.
So
it's real good. It's a good film. I'd watch it again.
Indeed. I have watched it many a time.
I'm sure you have. I'm gonna stream this so that we can get this out of the way.
Hopefully this doesn't kill your...
move on with our lives, and until next week.
True.
This is
the story of a girl.
This is the Lonercast MCU rankings. This at the top of the show, I mentioned this was just we watched all these movies, and we kind of like a day after, we kind of came back to this list and went, this is kind of where I would put this. So this is an ever-changing list. It won't be. This is pretty much in stone.
This is the list, baby.
This is our list because fuck, we're not going back and watching these.
Again.
Like we might, but this list will be this list until we publish this list.
We might revisit some of them in years from now, but like, no, we're not re-ranking them.
We're not going to go through that trouble. This is what it is so far, and what it will stay. The Lonercast official MCU rankings. Go for it, Jake.
Okay, and number 1, we've got Loki. Number 2, we've got Iron Man. Number 3, we've got Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. Number 4, we've got Spider-Man No Way Home. Number 5, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 6, we've got WandaVision. Number 7, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. At number 8, we've got Eternals. At number 9, we've got Captain America Civil War. Number 10, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Number 11, Spider-Man Far From Home. Number 12, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 13, Captain America The First Avenger. 14, Ant-Man. 15, Doctor Strange. 16, The Avengers. 17, Hawkeye. 18, Black Widow. 19, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. 20, Iron Man 3. 21, Avengers Age of Ultron. 22, Iron Man 2. 23, Incredible Hulk. 24, Thor The Dark World. 25, Thor.
I believe it's my turn to share where I would put it.
Yes, please.
And then you can edit it based on that. And I have been thinking about this pretty much all day at work. I was like, where would I put this? And I think I have the perfect spot for myself.
Okay.
And you can tell me otherwise. I personally would put it right there at number 5.
Interesting.
What are your
I
thoughts?
personally, I put it at number 1, dude. This is my favorite fucking Marvel movie, dude. I fucking love this movie, dude.
No way, dude.
I love it. I love it so much. I love this movie. It's better than Loki. It's better than Iron Man. It's better than Shang-Chi.
It's not.
It's
It's
better than
not.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
No, it's not.
And the reason
no.
I say it's not my favorite Marvel movie because it's not better than Infinity War and it's not better than Endgame.
Dude, I know. I don't think it's number one.
I know.
Shang-Chi
I mean,
and the Ten Rings was flawless. Like, it was so good all the way through. Iron Man started it off, and the story was so consistent, and it was perfect. And it was
what's
just
Loki
like,
doing up there?
look, I don't know about Loki. I've honestly, that is the only one that I'm like, I want to rewatch it just so we can move. That would probably be the only one we fucking move.
Yeah, I'd probably move it down below like Guardians 2 or near.
I don't know.
Maybe
I'd have
above
to. I'd have
Wanda.
to. Honestly, I'd have to rewatch it. I loved that movie when it came out, but this, I just feel like Spider-Man: No Way Home. For me personally, it goes below Spider-Man:
pretty
No Way
epic.
Home because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero.
You know what, Nick? You won
And-
me over. You won me over, dude. Because you're right. Shang-Chi is fucking amazing, dude. I can't deny it. Spider-Man: No Way Home is fucking amazing. I can't deny it. You know what? I think I'm gonna agree with you.
Like, I could also see it here. These are like the only two spots.
You know
These
what?
are that's my wiggle room.
I'm gonna
Because-
agree with you, and I think I really wanted to put it at number one just because I wanted to knock Loki off the throne.
I tell you what, when we finish this, we'll both go back and rewatch Loki, and then we'll fucking
I'm down for
we'll
that.
fucking
'Cause
okay.
Loki's way too fucking high, dude. It's,
We'll actually do this. How about that?
yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. I'm happy at number 5 then.
Number 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Because like
You're right. It is. You know,
It's-
Shang-Chi
it's
is a better movie. You're right. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
and No Way
like,
Home is just like so epic. Like,
It's so
Yeah.
good. It's so good.
you're right.
Granted, we've only seen it once, and I feel like the part with Hela and that whole
I've
backstory.
seen Spider-Man a few times.
I've only seen it once. The part with Hela and that kind of like backstory or that storyline is kind of like,
Yeah, you're right.
It does it. That's the only part where it's like flip flops. It's like I'd rather not watch this part. Can we go back to that other part? And in Shang-Chi, I was engaged that whole fucking time.
You're right.
You
I'm
know.
with you. 100%. I'm with you.
Sweet. I'm glad I could win you over on that. I was really
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. Right? Ragnarok.
Sure. I don't know.
Ragnarok. Yes, that's it. No, it doesn't have a C. I didn't put a C. Cool. That's it. Yeah. So it's going in at number 5, and it might actually be bumped up once we rewatch Loki at the end of all of this.
You know what would have bumped this movie up, Nick? If Thor and Hulk played Hide the Zucchini. Because there's
Dude,
that
Age of Ultron was so fucking horny. It was so horny, man.
there was that scene where where Hulk comes out of the bathtub and he's completely naked.
That's true.
Good to see that big.
He
schlong.
was not hiding the zucchini.
Yeah, should have been hiding in. Because there's also that scene where, fucking, what's his butt is naked too, and you're like, God damn, that dude is fucking ripped.
What's his butt?
Thor, Chris Hemsworth.
He's naked?
No, he's
I
like
don't remember.
he's not wearing a shirt. And
Oh,
it's just
okay,
like-
yeah.
Which I feel like it's like a contractual obligation that each one of these goddamn movies has a shirtless scene by the leading man. Like even Guardians 2 had a scene where Chris Pratt was just shirtless inexplicably.
Yeah.
Every Spider-Man movie had a scene where Tom Holland is just showing off them abs.
That's very true. Why can't this be a double standard?
And
Like
then-
it's
and then there's
why
the
can't
scene-
why
there's
can't
the scene
Scarlett
with
Johansson
Captain
have a
America.
scene like that?
I mean, she's sexy throughout the whole thing,
Well, I
too.
know, but like it's not like
especially in
it's
Iron Man
not like
2. Like she's really sexing it up in that one.
but it's not like, you know, like what you were saying where they're just shirt off for no reason. We gotta show these
we've
boys
had
muscles.
movies like that for women and for years. It's time that the boys get a time to
I
shine.
suppose, yeah,
You know?
that's true.
It's time
Yeah.
for the boys to be sexy. That's what I always say. People always say we should stop objectifying women. I say we start objectifying men more. That's what
Yeah.
I say.
Make it equal.
That's right.
Objectify both equally.
That's right. Both genders are sexy. That's what I'm saying.
That's it. That's it. You're absolutely right. That's where we're gonna end this show, I think. Both
Yeah.
genders are sexy.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Talk to you guys later. Check out us on Twitter at LonerCast1, at Emergency Pizza _, and at Fatal _Microwave. And then watch the show live on twitch.tv/LonerCast. Thanks for watching again. Both genders are sexy.
It's our new catchphrase.
That's it. I love it.